Hello and welcome to this Woodcraft strategy guide. Woodcraft is one of my favorite new games. It's a fantastic contract completion game, and I'm going to show you how to get a high score. Alright, so the most important thing is to, early in the game, focus on your income. So you've got two income tracks, your points and your blueberries, and you want to get as high as possible early in the game because there's 4 income phases, and you want to get some free points and berries from those income phases. And you especially want to get to 4 income on each because that will give you a free tool. So get this as early as possible. How do you do that? Well, you want to focus on getting some workshop improvements early in the game because those will give you income and they will improve your workshop so that you can better complete contracts throughout the game. So ideally, you want to start off with buying some pots because that's going to get you income and it's going to get you dice. And once you have your second pot, you can plant 2 dice in one action, and that's going to give you a lot of high dice to work with so that you can complete lots of contracts. Next, you might want your second saw. This is going to make it a lot easier to complete contracts because you're going to have a whole lot of high dice from the pots. So the saw is going to allow you to get some low dice, whatever combination of dice you need to complete those contracts. The glue is not that helpful for completing contracts, but it does help you get income because it gives you 2 income, and it can get you points by gluing 2 different color woods together. So it has its uses, but it's not as useful for completing contracts. The splicers are not that useful, but they are cheap. They are cheap ways to get income. And if you have a helper that gives you some free scrap wood, then you might want to get these to use that scrap wood and get some higher dice. And once you have your 2 pots, this plant action is going to be very efficient. So you can get +5 on 2 of your dice for free, and you get to produce with one of your workers. That is incredible value, and you want to do this as often as possible early in the game. Next, to increase your income, you can get some new helpers. I would recommend doing this at least 3 times because you're going to start with 1 helper, and if you do it 1, 2, 3 times, you get both of these bonuses, which allow you to produce with all of your workers. So that is pretty efficient. You can do more than 3 helpers as well, but try to do at least 3 to get these bonuses, and it increases your income. Next, contracts. You're going to have to complete more than your base 4 contracts in the game, so you'll be taking this action. Each time you take this action, you want to pay the 3 blueberries to get 2 contracts. That is a lot more action efficient. The only time you wouldn't do that is if it's near the end of the game and you can only complete 1 more contract, because you do not want to have any unfinished contracts at the end of the game, because that'll be negative to reputation. So most of the time, get 2 contracts from this action. If you can't get 2 because you don't have the 3 blueberries or something, then maybe wait to do this action. All right, so for the helpers, these are some good first helpers, the ones that increase your dice for free every round, and the ones that give you a discount. So these will make getting helpers and upgrades cheaper, which will give you a lot more blueberries to work with. So these are good early ones. What kind of contracts do you want? Early on, you want tools and blueberries. Blueberries to buy more helpers and upgrades, and tools to get more income, and just a lot of different bonuses, including reputation. Later in the game, a lot of contracts can be useful, but The reputation can be worth a lot of points, and then there's also contracts that just give you straight points. So you want to focus on that later on, not early in the game. This reputation track is not, I see people focus on this too early because they want to rush these bonuses. That's a bit of a trap. So you don't need to focus on reputation early. You want to focus on it later to get your points. These bonuses are not very big. It's better to focus on other things like getting blueberries and tools to increase your income. And then later, once you've completed a lot of contracts, get your reputation up so that those contracts score a lot of points. All right, and now we have the leftover actions. These are kind of one-time bonus actions that you want to do maybe once per game. So buy 2 dice. This is kind of a late game kind of thing where if you need to complete your last contract, then you can buy 2 dice to complete it. Usually you don't want to take this action. You might need to take this once early in the game to get some blueberries. When you take this action, you do want to sell a high value dice to actually get a lot of blueberries. Otherwise, it's kind of a waste of an action. And you'll probably have to take this action at least once because it's hard to complete contracts without having glue and scraps and saw blades. So hopefully not more than 2 times. You want to get the big bonuses in the center. Pay special attention to that, and also the bonuses on the edge are also important. So whenever you take these actions, because they're not the strongest actions, you want to use them for their bonuses. Whereas these 4 actions, you're going to want to take these multiple times, so you might not be getting as good at bonuses for them, but they're still worth taking. And a lot of the game is just about maximizing getting these bonuses and getting bigger bonuses than your opponents. So it's all about timing your actions, and it's going to be different every game. Also for marketing, you don't need to worry about this until halfway through the game. There's no rush to do this. So yeah, just wait until halfway through the game and then you can start doing some marketing. Because early on you want to use your blueberries to get upgrades and buy helpers. Yeah, and get as many tools as you can. There's a lot of good bonuses here. And especially early on, you want to focus on getting the income. So this space here gets you a point income and 3 blueberry income. That's great. And then if you get these 2 early, that's 2 blueberry income. That's good as well. So try to get one of those early on, and you'll be set up to do well the rest of the game. For the lanterns, you can use them to get a different bonus. Take one action, get the bonus of another action. That is quite helpful. And you can also use them to take an extra action without getting the bonuses. And I usually do that once per game, and the rest of the lanterns I use to get the larger bonuses. All right, that's all I have for today. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want to share some strategies of your own. Let me know if you want to see a strategy guide for a different game. And thanks for watching.